oh, I've got a footrest like that guy said.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
And the lady, he's like, oh, I didn't click on this. It just came on.
If you're watching this, we have a footrest now.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Slightly Entertaining. Today, we have some super exciting chats planned.
Oh,
We're going to be talking about the butterfly effect, which I've seen like popping off recently. Like people debating about whether something is really actually the butterfly effect or whether it's just like a cause and effect thing. And then we're also going to be talking about, wait, what's it called again? The six
degrees of separation.
Yeah, that.
Or like the Kevin Bacon theory or something like that.
Oh, I saw that where you have to like, there's someone even made a website where you have to like relate everything to Kevin Bacon. Anyway, so we're going to be playing a game with that later on. But first, our national today.
Yeah.
Just to, like start off with something absolutely interesting. It's Slug's return from Capistrano Day.
What's Capi?
So I think Capistrano is a place in California is what I'm guessing from what it said. But basically this day brings awareness about slugs and the role that they play in our ecosystem. And it is believed that slugs spend the winter in this place called Capistrano. And they are said to return to our patios and gardens during the holiday period.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well done. Go slugs. Go slugs.
It's a day for them today.
Wow, that's so cool.
But completely unrelated to that, it is also World Hunger Day.
Oh.
And on that same day, International Burger Day. So
so we can solve world hunger.
Yeah, by eating burgers.
And
guess what we're doing?
Chicken burger.
I was hoping you'd bring it up. Guess what we're doing? We're eating burgers.
We're mukbanging on a McBurger.
We are doing yet another mukbang.
Chicken
because we just love to eat on this podcast. Clearly.
We are.
Yeah, okay. I know those aren't burgers, but like if you do get a burger from
you need
McDonald's,
sides.
you need some fries. Like,
and guys, just brace yourselves. We're really treating you today. We got some McPops.
McPops, which if you don't know what they are, neither do we. It's just some like, we got the chocolate ones with some like gooey things.
So there's your first burger and then there's your second burger.
My two cheeseburgers.
I guess you're really hungry, Keisha.
Yeah, my 2 cheeseburgers. So, we're going to be talking about the butterfly effect, which if you don't know, I guess it's like where one small thing happens and that sort of creates a chain of events that happen and then you have a final outcome, which, and this is where the debate is, because people normally say, oh, like butterfly effect, if I hadn't met this guy at a restaurant, I wouldn't have a husband. Like, that's just like a cause and effect. We're talking like the smallest thing created like a chain and then the outcome that happened in the end was like not what you expected. You know what I mean?
It's like, I think it comes from like the flap of a butterfly's wings can cause a tornado or something like that.
Can it actually?
Like technically if you think about it could flap a wing, move a speck of dust hits another speck of dust, creates an allergic reaction in me. Yeah, the speck of dust goes up my nose, gives me hay fever. I sneeze, that sneeze then, I don't know.
No, keep going. I'm listening to this butterfly effect story.
And the sneeze will just, so then the sneeze will go out the window and then because of the pressure differentials, then a gust of wind will come and it will take it. That gust of wind is disgusted by my snotty mess and so it goes in a different direction, swerves, bends that corner, creates a spin and then it gets stuck in this cycle of centripetal motion and then you get a tornado. And
that's the butterfly. That is
exactly the butterfly effect. And that's what we're here to do today. Is to show you.
So the first couple of ones I have are actually points from history because most of like the most like I guess insane butterfly effects ones are like, you know, based on history and what happened. Okay, the first one I have for you is a man named Ole Kirk Christensen was a carpenter who was not a great start. Who was struggling to make ends meet during the Great Depression. After his wife died, he was trying to take care of his kids by himself, and they loved this duck toy that he made. He started to manufacture the ducks in a factory, but the factory burned down because his kids were playing with fire and wood shaving.
As you do, continue.
Yeah. He was basically destitute for a while, but continued making little models of houses, vehicles, and small toys. After a while, they grew in popularity, and Christensen decided to move on to making them into out of plastic instead. And we now have Lego.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So if his kids didn't burn down that factory and his wife didn't die and, you know, all of this stuff, we wouldn't have Lego. So I guess the Great Depression was great. That's why it's called the Great Depression.
Exactly.
Now we have Lego. Let me take a bite of these.
Do you actually watch mukbangs?
Not really.
Like, I feel like it's such a counterproductive idea for a video because you're supposed to be talking and entertaining people.
In a big group, it's okay because like someone will be talking while you can eat. But when it's just us two, And when I'm just talking.
Whoosh.
Okay, the next one. I'm going to say the story and then say the final line. I don't know why they put the dramatic line first. Okay.
It's called a hook, Keisha.
Nah, I'm going to say last. In the later years of his life, Isaac Newton was promoted to the Master of the Royal Mint.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, this was supposed... Me neither. This was supposed to be a ceremonial position, but Newton took the job seriously, as you do, because he's such a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest changes he set about was altering Britain's silver standard. So he put a fixed exchange rate on gold and silver within the country, and that exchange rate made silver worth less than its metal value on the open market. So gold became the reserve currency of Britain itself, while silver was used extensively as an export in trade. Fast forward a century, and Britain is still using a version of Newton's exchange rate. So silver is basically the trade metal of the British Empire.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know Newton had this much influence, by the way.
I didn't know he was British.
We actually were. Wait, what? And then, and so then Britain's empire started to extensively trade with China, particularly for Chinese tea. The English were positively addicted to Chinese tea. I don't know why that was necessary in the story, but okay.
Because British love tea.
It was 10% of the government's revenue at that time. However, the Chinese would only accept one good, silver, so the Chinese emperor refused to accept any other trade good except for silver. So all of Britain's silver reserves were flowing to China. Eventually, however, the British found a good the Chinese would accept, opium. They grew opium in India, let the smugglers take it to China, and get their precious silver back. This led to the Opium Wars. China lost badly and was forced to sign horribly one-sided treaties with the West. The nation was a shadow of what is this person's grammar? Of its former glory, split along political and ethnic tensions that had previously suppressed by the strong central government. The Chinese Empire fell in 1912, replaced by a republic. This republic was not very democratic, to say the least. This eventually dragged China back into civil war, which made it weak enough to be invaded by Japan. While the Japanese were driven back, China was still a political, economic ruin. And Mao was able to seize control of Chinese mainland and found the People's Republic of China. So, from all of that, Isaac Newton basically caused the rise of communism in China.
Wow.
And he wasn't even on the other side of the planet.
And invented gravity at the same time.
I know. So
what a man.
Really? I don't know. He's sort of neutral now. He did one good, one bad. So.
Yeah. Wait, that's actually crazy. So Newton butterfly effect to the communism of China and like the whole opium wars.
Like literally
was his fault.
Just him.
That's one of my like biggest.
And sorry. He wasn't even asked to do it. He did it out of his own will.
So because he knew, because he had a vision for the future. Who knows? That's one mystery. No, that's like one of my biggest fears is something I'll do will have that kind of effect. Like what if this podcast is going to snowball to
maybe. But
World
are you
War
the
III?
Master of the Royal Mint?
I could be.
We
You
could
never
be
know.
one day. Yeah. Maybe this podcast will be a butterfly effect for something greater.
Like
or worse.
Knowing us, probably worse.
Next one.
There's a hair in my burger.
Oh. What's this butterfly effect? You take it back to McDonald's. You ask them, you sue them. McDonald's loses, they close down. I no longer have a source of food for when I'm doing. I starve and I die.
Oh.
So basically you caused my death. You killed me.
Or alternatively, then people don't go to McDonald's, and so obesity rates go down. The world turns to a health kick.
So you save the world.
Exactly.
So either Keisha dies or you save the world. It could
Exactly.
go one of two paths.
Well, they could both happen at the same time. That's really a trade-off I'm willing to take.
Oh, excuse me. That's a bit rude.
What other... Oh.
Okay, the next one. This is a nice little short one. But Woodrow Wilson, a man, I think, was...
Don't assume.
I don't know, okay. Was... well, actually, this was in 1918. So, Woodrow Wilson was sick of with the epic flu of 1918 during the negotiation process for the Treaty of Versailles after the First World War. He would have pushed for less... I don't know what that means. That word is too big for me. Punitive? I don't know what that means. Let's Google what that means. Inflicting or intended as punishment provisions on Germany, but he was largely absent from the process due to his illness. Instead, the treaty imposed incredibly destructive restrictions on Germany, leading to a collapsed economy, resentment, and a nation clamoring for a strong leader to make things right again in Germany. Enter Hitler, stage
Oh.
right. So, a virus caused World War II.
No way.
Just because this guy was sick with the flu, he wouldn't have pushed for like fairer treatments for Germany. And we have World War II.
That's crazy. So wow. It's so weird to think how like it all just kind of snowballs. Like
Especially such big things like that, like World War,
Mm.
which is coming up soon. There's another one.
Another World War.
Another.
I'm not prepared. I don't have my outfits picked. I don't have my.
Oh no, not coming up. I was in like another story. Okay. So although I don't think I have this on here, but I did read another butterfly effect. It was like someone could have started or someone saved World War III just because they had. Oh no, maybe not World War III, but it was like another nuclear bomb thing because from memory, I don't think I saved this down here, but there was like, I think it was Russia or the USSR, whatever. They thought that their machine had read that there was an incoming missile from the US, I think. And the guy who was working it, like on the machine looking, had just like a gut feeling that it was just like a, what do you call it? Like a false reading.
Yeah.
And he was right. And they were about to fire back until he said, no, I'm pretty sure there's just a thing. It was just a problem with their satellite reading.
Oh, wow.
So he saved another,
World War
like,
III. That's crazy.
We got that guy.
Big up that guy. What's next?
Oh, this is also about war. Sort of. When Japan and Germany finally lost World War II, they had tons of manufacturing ability, yet were banned from building a military for however long. They looked at Detroit's success in the auto industry and approached the market each in their own way. To this day, we have luxury and economy cars from across 2 different oceans competing with our domestic vehicles because they lost the war.
Wow.
So all those fancy, like, your BMW, your high-end BMWs, and, the fancy Supras and whatever. They're because of World War II. Well,
I mean, that's like...
we should be thanking...
Well, that is a big thing. Like, even with plane crashes that we were talking about in a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Is that everything happens for a reason. So if this didn't happen, then we wouldn't have this advancement. We wouldn't have this advancement and it wouldn't work out.
So we should be thanking... No, I'm kidding. We're like...
No, but and that only happened because of that guy who got sick.
Wait for this, right? You think that? So actually, we're going where it's supposed to go. So this is one that I had first that I'm going to say now. Let's set the scene. It's a sunny day, June 28th, 1914, in Sarajevo? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sarajevo, I'm guessing?
Why would I know?
I don't know. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, is on a state visit. His route was published in advance. Dum-dums. Huge security risk. A group of assassins planned to kill him that day, but several failed attempts left them demoralized. The twist. After a failed bombing earlier that morning, the Archduke insisted on visiting the wounded in hospital. And I think also his wife wanted to do something as well. His driver wasn't informed of the route change. He took a wrong turn, right onto Franz Joseph Street. Who was waiting there? Gavrilo Princip, one of the failed assassins, just happened to be buying a sandwich nearby. Seeing the Archduke's car stall right in front of him, he seized the moment and shot Franz Ferdinand and his wife. One freak coincidence led Austria-Hungary to declare war on Serbia. Alliances kicked in. World War I erupted, killing over 20 million people.
Because of a coincidence?
Yeah.
Wait, how do we know that's true, though?
Well, I saw it in, like, multiple places as well.
But
like,
how did they get that information?
I don't know. Someone must have said from the war. Like, one of the people who were there.
But then what if that was a butterfly effect and or like a chain reaction, and so it, like, the game Telephone? What if it got changed and
Someone
changed and
said,
changed? Yeah.
I don't know. This one seems like pretty legit because everything that I've googled has said this one. I'm willing to believe it. So right. It's like literally a whole chain of events. World War One, because of this guy led to World War, and the end of World War One was what caused the other guy to, what was it that I said before? That after Germany and he was sick.
Yeah.
And they were making the treaty. He didn't do that. So then World War Two, and then that.
That's so wild. Like, I feel like they didn't teach about this in history, but I would want to know. I
would have wanted to know this.
This is actually cool. I would have done
They
history.
were like, yeah, he got shot. I wanted to know this part of the story that he wasn't meant to. He literally, just because he was taking a different route. Imagine if he'd just taken the normal route.
Wild.
We wouldn't have so many wars.
Where would we be without war? Do you think we would have had another war?
We wouldn't have the UN, right? Wasn't the UN made after World War II?
But do you think if World War One, as we know it, didn't happen, we'd have another war?
Probably. There was like a lot of conflict back then, so like,
yeah,
surely at some point. It's like obviously bad, But in a way, after that, like after a crisis, it's like a good thing.
Mhm.
You know?
Mm.
It's like because of the plague, Europe had like a good economy or something after. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so those were some interesting historical butterfly effects.
You know, I was thinking lately, well, the other day, is how, like, you know, after big events, things happen. I think that COVID killed cringe.
What? Sorry, we went from like whole world war. COVID killed cringe.
COVID
Explain.
killed cringe. Let me explain. Take a seat. Everyone take a seat. Sit down.
Wait,
and
let me
listen.
open my burger so I can do this while you're talking.
I mean, there's really not much to it.
Oh.
But I think if you look historically in pop culture, internet culture, pre-COVID, cringe, people didn't even cringe. Like, people posted the weirdest things and it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at 2020, TikTok, that was pretty cringe. 2021 even. But as we progressed, now you don't see cringe things on TikTok or the media anymore.
I see cringe things.
No, but like not in the same way as where we didn't know it was cringe. Now everyone's like, oh, is it cringe? Is it cringe? Is it cringe? Try not to cringe. I think COVID killed cringe. And I say bring it back because I'm struggling out here. I keep getting judged and I'm just trying to live my life. No.
Interesting take.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't have an explanation for you, but whoosh.
Anyway, now I have some life story butterfly
Moving
effects.
on.
Moving on.
Seriously moving on.
Now I have some life stories from Reddit about people's butterfly effects. And I was reading through trying to find actually interesting ones because, again, there were some people who were like, oh, I met my husband.
I went to the shops the other day and I met a boy and then we were talking and then he became my husband and now we're married.
Children.
Yeah.
Okay, these ones are actually like kind of interesting. So, first one. My mother, not my mother, this person's mother. My mother wore heels to work and slipped on the carpeted steps. I don't know how, but okay.
Okay.
Resulting in a broken high heel and a broken leg. Oh.
Ouch.
While she was home recovering, she somehow developed allergies that led her to needing an inhaler. The inhaler, that they thought at the time was the inhaler, interfered with her birth control, and now I have a brother 13 years younger than me.
Oh.
Edit, mother confirmed that it was the penicillin that she was prescribed, not the inhaler. But basically, because her mother this person's mother wore heels to work, they now have a brother. Which I think is pretty cool. Well, maybe not cool, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, it would be kind of weird as the son to be like, oh, so you were...
And then it unexpected because...
And then,
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Anyways, this one. My desire for pizza set off a chain reaction that destroyed my family.
Oh.
Basically, one day, got home from school and really wanted pizza. Family was poor, so spontaneous food trips weren't always in the cards. Really worked my pouty face to my mum and begged to go to the local pizza place for dinner. She said, all right. While chilling there, I saw my uncle walk by and I was like, Uncle X, is that you? His name's not actually X. He just says, now you might say, well, he wanted pizza. What's the big deal? Well, he lived several states away, so to arbitrarily be in town and not tell anyone was strange.
Yeah.
Turned out he was having an affair with my sister-in-law.
What?
My sister-in-law, my aunt.
What?
Oh, with his sister-in-law, my aunt.
Oh, okay.
He was having an affair with his sister-in-law, my aunt, on the other side of the family. Oh! His sister-in-law, his aunt on the other side of the family. So he's the uncle on like the mum side or whatever, and he had an affair with the aunt from the dad's side.
Oh, did he know?
Oh, I don't know. She was basically a money-grabbing bleep, and the family protested. One thing led to another, and everyone hates each other now, and we haven't had contact in like 20 years. I just wanted some pizza.
20 years.
Oh my god.
That's wild.
Poor guy. That was interesting. If you didn't want pizza, your family wouldn't be broken.
But
so
like,
it's your fault.
Is this the proof of everything happens for a reason?
Mm.
Like, surely when you...
I guess that's a good thing. They found
Yeah.
the string.
Like, obviously, if you lie, you're going to get found out eventually. So
Yeah.
I guess it's like, it was always meant to happen.
Yeah, and I guess the moral of the story is listen to your kids. If they want pizza, you go get them pizza.
Exactly. They know. They have a sixth sense.
Next one. Decided I would rather use... Okay. I feel like I can make the own content. The first line is decided I would rather use my bathroom than a porta potty. My like context is that
fair.
maybe he's like working somewhere and instead of using porta potty, he wants to come home and use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Not he's just either got a choice between a porta potty and I think he was at work or something and maybe he wanted to come home.
Probably.
Oh god, okay. Found my wife cheating.
Oh.
She attempted suicide. I moved multiple states away. In the 7 years since, I have made nothing but positive changes and went from $18 an hour labor to a well-respected person in my profession making 6 figures. I'd probably still be working that dead-end job. Another story as well, unrelated, but the same person. Aside from that, without recounting all the details, I went to see a doctor about a splinter from chopping firewood. 6 months later, they removed most of my kidney with renal cell carcinoma. Without the splinter, I'd likely be dead from kidney cancer.
Wow.
So this guy really just has had lots of butterfly effect.
Do you think we have anything like that at the moment that's festering in our bodies and we don't know? Like, or like something in our lives that a butterfly...
Probably after this.
A butterfly effect that's like festering in our lives at the moment that we don't know.
Well, we won't know.
Yeah.
Until
we'll get back to you in a year. They'll watch it live.
Do you think it's a butterfly effect or just a story that, like, if whoever one of us didn't sing that song from The Next Step,
oh my goodness,
we wouldn't have this podcast.
We should talk about the butterfly effect of our friendship.
Yeah.
It literally is though. Cause
wait, can I finish these stories and then we'll say ours?
Okay.
I'll finish it. Ours, because ours is like best one. So
Ours
we'll
is
save it
better.
last. Okay. Next person. Oh, another pizza story. I was going out to grab pizza and a case of beer for me and my roommate.
Yum.
But he texted me that he had a stomach thing. So I walked to a restaurant and ordered dinner at the bar and met a girl there. And now we are married and have 2 kids because my roommate had diarrhea.
Aww.
So
I hope they say that in the wedding speech.
I hope they said that. Yeah. And this one, oh no, this one's not my favorite. This is sad actually. Pregnant cousin usually takes the bus around. I don't know why he had to say that. Pregnant cousin usually takes the bus around 5:10 p.m. after work. She was about to hop inside the bus, but she really needed to pee badly. Real.
Mm-hmm.
And the commute is about half an hour long, so she decided to go to the restroom instead and just catch the bus. That 5:10 bus ended up falling off a cliff. So, because of her bladder, she's alive.
That's wild.
And so is her child.
You know the story that was going around where it was like this couple missed their flight and then their seats got sucked out of the plane and they were the only 2 seats that got sucked out of the plane and they're the only 2 people who didn't show up on that flight.
That's so creepy. Like if it was other seats, I get it, but those exact 2 seats, oh my god.
That's like, surely there's a higher power out there.
Yeah, like that kind of makes me...
If that happens, like that's not just a coincidence. Surely someone was looking out for them.
That's like a movie storyline.
It is. They should make a movie about that.
And the last one I have, which is just sort of like a general broad concept thing. We exist here on this planet because an asteroid deviated an inch from its orbit 4.5 billion years ago. We wouldn't be here if that asteroid had not deviated.
Wow, deviated septum.
Yeah. So basically, in life, don't always follow the path you have to. If you deviate a little, life can fall.
Oh, because, wait, what do you mean? The asteroid would have...
Like, there was like a... No. Like, away from history, the Earth, or like science, they say the Earth was formed just because like a bunch of rocks like formed together. So we wouldn't have a rocky planet if that asteroid had not come in here or like deviated and made our rocky planet.
Just one asteroid?
Well, because an asteroid. Maybe that's the one that really set off.
That got like stuck in orbit and that's how it...
Yeah, like normally it would have just gone around, but because it hit whatever other mass and it made our rocky planet, that is Earth.
Then it's Earth. That's actually wild. If I think about that too much, I get kind of like skissed out. Is like, if
completely out of our control, 4.5 billion years ago.
Yeah. And just the fact, like 4.5 billion years ago is a long time. And everything we know has existed before we knew it existed. And it's going to continue to exist after we exist.
Yeah.
That's like, I cannot wrap my head around the fact that I won't be here and the world will still exist. And like, where will I be? What will I be doing?
I don't know.
Like, that's wild.
That's a story for
And I'm almost 20 and that day's coming sooner than you'd think.
What?
I said I'm almost 20 and that day's coming sooner than you'd think. So can we talk about our friendship?
Story, yeah.
Okay. So let me start from the start because I feel like, I don't know if I've told you this. Maybe I have, but you probably forgot.
Oh.
So we met in year 5 technically because you're at the same school. And I knew Keisha. I'd seen her around. I knew her friends.
Like mutual sort of friends.
Yeah, mutual friends. But we never really spoke until about year 6 when you were in my class. And I'd say roughly at the start of year 6, like I'd not watch you from afar, but I saw you with your friends and stuff. And I was like, no, let me finish.
You're watching in the corner. Like,
I was just sitting there staring at you. She's really weird.
Yeah.
No. I saw you with your, I just knew we're going to be good friends one day. And like usually when I want to be friends with someone, I'll like talk to them and be friends. Yeah. But with you, I was like, I know we will be, so I'm not going to rush
I feel like you have told me this story, but that's so like
I just
oh
always
my God.
knew. And then
I didn't think about you.
Oh. That's okay. And that kind of just sums up our relationship. It's really one-sided here.
No, I'm kidding.
And then in year 6, I reckon it's because we were sat together in year 6. Like, that's why.
That's like the start. But I feel like we would have been like friends without the thing that happened in year 7.
True.
Really like.
True. So in year 6, our teacher sat us next. I think I couldn't sit with someone, so the teacher just put me next to you.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just in table groups. And
or maybe it was in table groups. And we sat next to each other. And then, you chat in class and stuff. We made a maths song together. Do you
want to hear it?
Of course they do. Of course they do.
It's not a whole song. It's one line. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
If you have 2 negatives, it turns into a positive.
And again,
if you have 2 negatives, it turns into a positive. And again, no. So yeah, that kind of happened. And that's how we knew each other. That's how I was. Yeah. Because I'm quite shy normally, so that's how I was confident enough to talk to you. I think. Otherwise, I would never have spoken to you.
That's so random that we just randomly made a math song together. We were just talking about it.
We knew we were on the same wavelength from day one. Yeah. And then when we were in year 7, so we were in the same classes. Yeah. Which was good because I don't think I had any other friends apart from you who I didn't know well, but I knew enough to sit with you. And then. What was it? It
was in a science class.
In a science class, because we both love the show The Next Step. If you know The Next Step, you know The Next Step.
Comment
it's a great
down
show.
below if you watch The Next Step.
And yeah, we didn't know that we both watched The Next Step. And then on the board, someone had written "When the War is over."
Yeah, something like
that. So that person was that person. Whoever wrote that is responsible for our friendship.
Oh my god, yeah.
So we need to find them and say thank you and send them a muffin basket.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, so whoever wrote "When the War is Over,"
if that wasn't on the board,
we wouldn't have.
We probably wouldn't have this podcast.
That's wild. So yeah, they wrote "When the War is Over," and I was like, oh, that's a song from The Next Step. And so I don't even know why I said it to. No, it's because I heard you singing "Addicted to You" with our other friend, but not the one from The Next Step, like the other song. I'm addicted to you.
Oh, really? I don't remember this. I thought I just started singing "When the War is Over" and you heard it.
A couple days before I heard you singing that, and in my mind I was like, oh, she must know The Next Step, not even registering it was probably the other song just because I was watching it and that's what was in my mind at the time. And so then I was like, oh, she knows The Next Step. I'll be like, oh, that's the song from The Next Step.
When the War. And then we were like, oh my god.
Yeah, and that's why.
By the way, we weren't just watching. We were obsessed.
We were obsessed. You know, my mum said to me the other day, she was like, oh, do you remember when you used to be obsessed with that dancing show?
That's what my mum said.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember that. She was like, yeah, I remember that.
How could I forget?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so then from that day on, literally inseparable.
Yeah. Oh my god. So if that person had not put.
Yeah, and if I hadn't overheard you singing "Addicted to You," I never would have brought it up because
if you weren't even near like it's boring to say if we weren't in the same class. Obviously don't. But literally we could have even been in the same class and still that wouldn't have
I think at that time I never speak to people. I speak when I'm spoken to. You know what I mean? Yeah. I get nervous trying to make friends. And so if I didn't I don't know why I just thought of that. I would never have done that for anyone else.
You know what's funny? Imagine if I didn't know what the next step was and you just said, do you know when the war is over for the next step? And I'm like, no. And then that's the end of conversation. You never speak to me again. Be? That's so crazy.
That's wild. Anyways, that's our friendship story.
we should thank all the members of the podcast. All you people subscribe. You should thank whoever put that on the board.
Exactly. You wouldn't be here listening. And then in 5 years, when we have this whole big, rich YouTube empire and 10 businesses
we wouldn't have
flying private jets, it's all because of that one person who wrote it on the board.
Yeah.
That's why.
So really, whoever you are out there, eternally grateful.
Yeah. Anyways, what else do you have?
I feel like that's the best butterfly effect.
It is, literally. What's the next?
That's it for the butterfly effect.
Okay.
What a great way to end off though. That's one of the best stories, I think. And now we're going to be talking about the 6 degrees of separation, or we're going to be playing a little game. But before that, we must try our McPups.
It is time.
This is time.
From the dawns of the earth.
This is the closest thing we can find to a burger that's not
years
a burger.
ago. 4.5 billion years ago.
An asteroid deviated an inch from its pathway. And now...
And causing the earth to grow, to form and grow.
There were a cascade of events that have led to
there were humans. There were Neanderthals. Humans came out on top. We built cars, we built trucks, we had world wars, and all of that. We built
factories, we made stuff, we manufactured.
And all of that has led to this one
We learned how to make our own food. And now...
We farmed crops. And now...
McPups.
We have McPups straight from the McCafe kitchen.
Oh my god.
Would you like to take one?
I will take one. Oh. Doesn't feel
describe them
great.
for the audience. They're like donuts, but
But like not.
not they feel like dry donuts.
Yeah.
Should we like do a little dum
Okay.
dum dum.
Ready?
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
It's stuck in my mouth.
Mm. Well, I like them though, but it's not quite donut consistency. It's like,
It's a dry donut.
yeah. I didn't get much of the goo.
I won't lie, they're not great. And the outside's like cornstarchy.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm,
It's like a dry donut with chocolate in it.
like a chalky donut. I don't
Mm.
like that.
Yeah. We rate the McPop. This was not a good.
No, I'd give it like a 1 out of 10.
I'd give it like a 3.
The goo's alright,
Yeah.
but the rest is not good.
The favorite part's just the chocolate, I think.
Oh, wasn't great.
No.
Anyways, so I will gladly explain the 6 degrees of separation, Keisha darling.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just that there's 6 people between you and anyone else in the world. So I could say, oh, what's the connection from me to the Queen? And I could theoretically be able to have 6 people between me and the Queen.
Go.
I know she's deceased right now.
That's
but-
okay. She was still a person.
So Queen Elizabeth and my deceased
I was
relative.
gonna say that.
Probably
My deceased relative. They're in the ground together. So
they're probably partying up in heaven right now.
I was gonna say that too. No, but like actually, there'd be like 6 people between you and some other person.
Yeah.
And this whole Kevin Bacon thing, there's like a whole thing where like you relate to Kevin Bacon in at least some way.
Mm.
So if you want to
Who
find
is
out,
Kevin Bacon? Like,
he's
what did
an
he do?
Actor, I think.
but like, from what?
Footloose, I think. Yes, Footloose.
Footloose. Okay, cool.
So yeah, yeah, Kevin Bacon. I guess you're the man. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and test out how well we can link people. I swear, okay, we probably don't know too many people to be able to do this, but we're gonna try our best.
We'll try our
You know
best.
how there are some people that just know
Yeah,
like, every
yeah.
celebrity, every famous person. We'll try our best.
I reckon we'll have 2 or 3 like people
Pretty
that we'll
good
go
one-
to,
yeah.
and then we'll like just use them.
So yeah, I think we should just like maybe I can put this away now, but we can maybe just say like 2.
We'll just on 3 say the random.
I'll say a random person. It can be a celebrity.
Mhm.
It can be an influencer. It can be a famous person from history.
Mm-hmm.
But I say one, you say one, and we have to. We can work together to try and.
Yeah,
link
and we'll
them.
try and link
Okay.
them. So on 3 we'll say.
Wait, I need to say someone.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I just go on. I'm just picking like a easy big one. I
Wait,
guess.
let me think of. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1.
Jack
Mr.
Joseph.
Beast.
Oh, that's really easy.
Who's Jack Joseph again?
He's the TikToker. He makes
Oh,
like,
okay. So like,
he knows.
Mr. Beast knows KSI.
Yeah, KSI knows.
Literally
Literally
any UK
any
YouTuber,
YouTuber.
and they know Jack Joseph.
Yeah,
Okay,
literally.
well, that was easy.
That was so
See,
easy.
we're starting off easy. Now we'll get like a.
Sorry, just quickly. Have you seen Mr. Beast? Mr.
The
Lean.
hood, oh, what?
They call it Mr. Lean, the hood Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah, the hood
It's
Mr.
so funny.
Beast.
Anyways.
Come with your back. Yeah, she can do that. Anyway.
Right,
trying
next
to think of
people.
someone.
Okay. Can they be alive or dead? Dead or alive?
Yeah, we'll do dead or we can do dead or alive.
Okay, like,
Just like most
recently.
famous people in history would be dead.
True. True. All right.
Okay, yeah.
All right. 3, 2,
2,
1. Mother
Trump.
Teresa.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I was also thinking Mother Teresa in my head.
There's probably
Again, I don't know enough people to know.
There's probably political connections.
Yeah, but I just don't know who they are. We're not going to be very good at this.
Trump has met Obama.
Yeah.
Obama's met who did Mother Teresa pop about with? Like who was
I don't know.
who was her gang?
I don't know who her gang was. I'm not very like into the Mother Teresa lore. Like, wait, let's. Okay, we'll use Google to help us maybe, or we can see after what ChatGPT says as well if they have a link.
Or could just use ChatGPT now.
She was an Albanian Indian Roman Catholic nun. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
She's Roman Catholic, right? So at some point, she probably would have
The
met
Pope?
some sort of pope, and that pope would have known some other pope who maybe had a child with another pope. Oh no, not with another pope.
Oh.
Like they know a child of some,
Yeah.
and then eventually to our current pope, who knows Trump.
Oh.
I don't know if they've met Trump. Yep, maybe they have. Or he's American. Says Trump.
You know, he's met Anthony Albanese, our prime minister. He's met Trump.
Albanese. Yeah, he's met Trump.
So
there you go.
Nice.
I actually want to see what ChatGPT says this. Mother Teresa was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Ronald Reagan, who's a president, who was portrayed and praised by some other random guy, media figure, and that media figure was awarded a Medal of Freedom by Donald Trump.
Wow.
Or, more direct route, Mother Teresa met Princess Diana. They would have been gangs, yes. Princess Diana's son, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle did an interview with Oprah. Oprah has commented about Donald Trump.
But probably Harry's met Trump, no?
Or like publicly interacted with Trump. I don't know. Would he have?
Probably.
Not. I don't know. I haven't seen them.
They've probably been at an event together.
Anyway, next one.
Do you want to do one more?
Yeah. I got one. It's gonna be hard though.
Okay, I got one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Your mum.
Leonardo da Vinci.
All right. Keisha's mum to Leonardo da Vinci.
Well, I have one.
Okay.
But it's like, I don't know if it counts.
Say it.
Okay. So Leonardo da Vinci, right, was portrayed in the movie Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Who loves Mr. Peabody and Sherman? Me. Who's my mother? My mother.
That doesn't count.
I know, that's how I was like.
We need human to human contact.
Okay. Just straight up and direct. Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa. Who's seen the Mona Lisa?
Your mum. Wow.
So it's not that hard.
Transcends time.
Yeah, but again,
no, but directly.
I don't know. Who are other artists in Da Vinci's time? And why would they have any connections to someone like my mother?
Who did your mum know? Like, who's famous? Maybe we can engineer it backwards.
How would she? She doesn't know anyone.
Has your dad met anyone famous? Famous sports player?
Not that he's met. He has a patient who works with the Boston Celtics.
There we go. That's an in.
Okay.
So your mum to your dad
to
patient to the Boston Celtics.
To the Boston Celtics. How do we get from there?
Well, we need to find someone old. Did the Queen meet Leonardo da Vinci? When did he die? I know she obviously didn't. I knew she obviously didn't. But.
Leonardo da Vinci, 1590.
So we're close.
I don't know anyone. Okay. Okay. Leonardo da Vinci friends. Oh, okay. They're just all random Italians. Let's go famous friends.
What about Enzo Ferrari?
No, I don't think he's that old, Carmen.
But if we connect him to Ferrari, you saw Charles Leclerc live.
And who's my mom? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Leonardo. Can we just say he knows he's Italian? Who else is Italian? Enzo Ferrari.
That's so boring, though.
But I don't know. These people are just random people. Michael.
Or we could just trace it down the Pope line.
No, but he didn't know. But we don't know if he knew the Pope.
He would have known the Pope. He would have met the Pope.
Is
at
it
some
time
point.
to take it to ChatGPT?
It might. How's ChatGPT gonna connect it to your mum?
Oh, maybe it'll have a suggestion. Can you link Leonardo da Vinci to my mum with just people?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay. Well.
What happened?
Oh, the last one's sort of like a dud.
Just read it out. It will help us.
Whoa. Wait, I'm reading it out. That last bit was so unintentional. Okay, just listen. Okay, so there are like 10 steps to this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Leonardo da Vinci worked under the patronage of Ludovico Sforza, Duke of Milan. That guy's court also interacted with Niccolo Machiavelli, I don't know, who later advised leaders in Florence. His writings influenced Voltaire, a key Enlightenment thinker. Voltaire had correspondence with Catherine the Great of Russia. Catherine the Great's reign inspired reforms studied by Karl Marx. Karl Marx's ideas deeply influenced Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir Lenin's revolution shaped the 20th century and Cold War, directly impacting Ronald Reagan's policies.
Why do we love Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan. God. Ronald Reagan, he was really just a man at that time. He knew it, but he just had these connections.
Ronald Reagan walked so Kevin Bacon could run.
Yeah, literally. Be like Ronald Reagan, you know. Ronald Reagan worked with Margaret Thatcher, who influenced political ideology in UK and beyond. This is where it gets a little broad. And this is where Let me just say this, right? Margaret Thatcher's government created economic and social conditions that shaped the lives of many people in the 1980s to 90s, including people, one of whom may have worked with or influenced your mum.
Wow.
It's a bit general, but this is where it says, okay, right? It said, shaped the lives of many people in the 80s and 90s, including teachers, healthcare workers, or immigrants. One of them could be
How did it know? How did it know? Was that
It's bolded the word as well.
ChatGPT racist? Question mark.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So, it's struggling.
I think if we trace it down the Pope line,
How are you linking my mother to the Pope?
we'll figure that out. Firstly, Da Vinci,
Yeah.
Italian,
Yeah.
must have met the Pope, seen the Pope. It was a lot smaller society back then.
Sure.
They would have crossed paths.
Our religious figure at some point.
Pope met another Pope. Pope met another Pope. 500 years down the line,
Yeah.
we get to today, where we have Pope Americano, Papa Americano.
Yeah.
And he has met
Anthony Albanese.
Albanese.
Who my mum voted for, I
Good.
think. and
No,
my mum.
Albanese's met Dom Perrottet.
Who?
Dominic Perrottet, who was like
Who's that again?
one of the people for our local government area. Or one of...
You're not in the same local government area as me.
Just wait!
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so Dom Perrottet
Yeah.
is good friends with our family friends. So
Oh,
they've met. Family friends
yeah.
has met me. I've met you. You've met your mum.
I've met my mum.
See?
Sure. We're kind of like, smudging it a little with the Pope
Better
line.
than whatever. Oh, she listens to the Beatles, so therefore she knows
Yeah.
Da Vinci. Whoosh. Queens.
If you guys have any interesting stories or butterfly effect moments, let us know down below. And have a go at linking the people your way. No cheating allowed. Try and link it to your mum.
Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci
Link
to
your mum to us.
Oh.
We want to link up with your
I'll
mum.
tell you how your mum's linked to me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we want to link up with your mum.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, thanks for watching our episode.
Bye.
Have a good day, guys.
This is DJ Cumin and MC Keisha signing out. Good night.